we go. And you.
Good chunk. We got fun and games.
Hey, you know when you build a map and then you forget to put a grid on it? Remember those times?
I just want to think, like, I think to myself, not that I'm saying it to any one person, but I feel like Guns N' Roses references are really low hanging fruit.
You gotta throw at least one in.
I respect it, I do, but I feel like you have no idea how many times I've wanted to use that when I've made reference to Chult, but I'm like, dude, it's so low. Like, it's almost swiping the ground. I had bits. Thank you for your biddies. I appreciate your biddies.
Oh,
If
you
I
are
have
not that
any
big.
more opportunity to reference any other hair metal band, then I'll try my best.
There. You have a map. You see map?
Take my money.
Well, yeah, to go with the tokens.
Huh?
Hands on cash commander. Take my
You can
money.
always go with the tokens. And Cloud might be the only person that would get that reference.
I don't.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, that's a group from that's. Well, I give you Lion King, and then you know what song I'm talking about. By the tokens.
Oh, the lion sleeps tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Probably the only person besides, if any of them are still alive, that remember the name of that band.
Yeah, I know if I said. Well,
shockingly, Grim Grixis was on it.
Oh yeah.
He had that one.
It's okay. I mean, I feel like Grim and Ron might have been alive in 1961.
Been away on blackjack. The nylons. Points to Grim. Issa Grim.
I said Lion King would give it away.
1 point for Gryffindor.
All right, folks.
I am old man.
Back
Love
to
that.
Chult, land of peace and love and disease and dinosaurs. Don't die. So I ended last session with you had got to the outskirts of Fort Belwarian. This is, you had discovered that this is a fort held by the Flaming Fist.
Snores.
Not to be confused by the Fist of Flames, which is something completely different. Yeah, it's the walls are 20 feet tall, easily, 5 to 10 feet thick. These are thick motherfucking walls. If I remember correctly, it was just closing on dusk as you guys got there, because you traveled like the whole day, I think. Something wrong? Anyone? No?
Yeah.
Good?
I'm right.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You
Velocimitaptor.
As the jungle begins
I think I got that
waken
right.
around you, as you can hear
Velocimitaptor.
some of the familiar nightly sounds that you've heard throughout your time in Chult, the last two days.
You did. Thank you.
You see that there are guards posted that are they're bringing like their defenses inside of the gates and basically closing up shop. Looks like they're going to close the gates if past dark.
To Tomps.
What are y'all doing?
Hurrying up.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse us. Sorry.
Good thing I didn't cut off your leg, right?
I'm just gonna follow behind everyone and let them do the talking. Just.
Yeah. I see civilization, and that's a little pep in my step.
Yeah.
As you get closer, the guards see you. These are 2 footmen, probably about 6 and a couple inches, 6'2" inches tall, 6 feet 2 inches. Very swarthy looking men, olive skinned, not what you'd expect to find on a tropical island, but
actually I do expect olive toned men on an island. I don't know.
So they both look like Crispy. I mean,
I was summoned. Are you olive toned?
Crispy give you a back massage any day. So, damn it, Mander.
You stooped
You
him.
broke the DM already.
Let's go!
Discombobulated the man.
Broken.
I'm just thinking about Crispy's avatar portrait. Um,
And I click my
Does it-
heels.
it's an awfully small thong that man wears in character.
I'm just saying he did the first freeze frame moment that we've had with this heel click and the fist in the sky. I was so proud of him.
As they see you getting closer
Crispy's
to
a
the gates, they're
natural
like, come,
listening to him
Hurry.
say
Over
inside.
here.
yes,
Thank you,
hidden
thank you.
oil glands.
And y'all book it inside. I'll just
You didn't get the pew
you don't move
pews in
yourself,
for
I will
me.
move you.
Made
We'll
Grim
move you.
sad. Oh no, Breakfast Club. That is
Mander,
Breakfast Club.
You are that.
Small.
Judd Nelson.
I'm not sure why Jade is still large. That should have came off with your not polymorph, but your wild shape effect. But it's there, so we'll deal with it.
When was pew pew happening?
Actually, I
Before
wonder
stream.
If I remove you from the combat tracker and then re-add you and then put you
Too
back on
many.
the map.
Too many.
There we go. We're smart.
No.
The guards pull the gates closed. It takes 2 on each gate to get it to shut. So it's so heavy and the wood is it's thick. And as the gates shut, 8 more guards come with this massive beam that they push into the metal locking mechanism that just basically pushes it against the door and drops it down, and it sits there, and gate is locked, and well, you barely made it. Welcome to Fort Belwarian. I'm Todd, a foot soldier. Who are you?
Thank you. I'll introduce myself as Impious. We're here on an investigation mission. You really saved a Spectre. Thank you.
Investigation mission.
Correct?
So you're adventurers.
We're in the... Yes.
You're seeking to be adventure. You are pseudo adventurers.
I know sometimes adventurers come with a bad name, so...
You should join the Flaming Fist.
I always come with a bad name.
We come with a bad name too.
Okay.
Giggity.
I like Todd.
Can't be any worse than us.
I would consider myself an adventurer. Just saying.
Yes, every day with her is an adventure.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't say no, because it is an adventure.
I'm just on
does that
Jade's
mean?
shoulder, like just goo-goo-eyeing them. Hi.
Oh, she likes men in uniform. Got it.
Hello, little miss. Welcome to Fort Belwarian.
I pop up and fix my dress. Hi. Is that where we are? Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Oh my goodness, she's just gonna do her little. Go on.
I don't know what to
might
say
your
to
name
them.
be? What's your name?
I'm Freya.
Oh, Freya. Welcome. My name is Todd.
Hi,
I'm
Todd.
lead gate guard. And as he
Oh.
says that, you hear 2 of them behind him.
Like lean over to Jade. He has a title.
Sounds like it.
Well, welcome. The gate will open again in the morning. We keep the fort pretty battened down during the nighttime. You never could tell when a random monster, undead, or other problem might want to come. And as long as it doesn't fly, this gate or this wall pretty much keeps them out.
Good to know.
So,
So, Todd,
this-
you're the gatekeeper?
are you the keymaster?
Yes.
Are you a god? No, sorry.
Yes,
Are you a
I
god?
Get her.
It's like, well, make yourselves at home. Travelers are welcome, of course. Don't steal anything. We have various shops that might be open still. You might be able to catch them now or in the morning. There's a general goods store. There's a blacksmith just over there, and he
Sorry.
points over.
Wasn't
and
at
there's,
home yet. How did
a
stuff
man
go?
still hammering at an anvil. He looks to be very pale skinned. It doesn't look like he's from uh, any of the parts of the Sword Coast or Chult itself. He looks out of place. He's sweating his ass off because humidity plus forge equals yuck.
Right.
Um,
That all sounds very splendid indeed. I'm in
if you
very
want
desperate need of a bath.
a bath,
Yes, you know.
we don't. Do we have a bath?
It's,
Oh,
I think he
said
means
that-
bath. Oh, bath. Yeah, we have. Well, I mean, there's a bucket with a sponge. We could. There's not really much. Well, I mean, in the nicer quarters, in the Bailey, there's some very
Good. Did
nice guest
Uber
quarters,
like
but
until
those are
like
usually by
3,
Captain Portier's
then went to spend some time with my mama. Got
invitation
home
only.
like at
But
7ish.
by all means,
drained but good.
Please
Oh,
come
nice.
in and Freya, if you'd like, I could show you around. There's get a drink.
No, I
I
should
just
probably
look at
stay
him.
here. I would like to make sure that I don't cause problems.
I don't think you could get up to much trouble.
Oh yeah.
And he like one of the other guards stands. All right, knock it off, Todd. Yeah, like he said, welcome in. You can basically anything that's not locked, more than welcome to go in and take a load off. There's some food, lodgings. Not the best, but it's what we got. And this is probably the safest place around for at least 30, 40 miles.
No, this is awesome. Thank you again. Super thank you.
Oh, not at all.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna shake his hand and be like, "Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate this. We
As
don't
you
have to
should-
sit out with the dinosaurs anymore."
It's not a problem at all. We're absolutely welcome. Oh my goodness. What a grip that one
Where's a
has.
good place to get a good meal?
The bazaar, actually, which is just past the second gate here, as he points to the north. The colored tents should show. You can't miss it before it's not very big, but there's all kinds of local goods for sale there, foods. I think they caught a couple of pigs the other day, so there might be some pork. Not really much in the way of other meat unless you want to eat dinosaur, which doesn't taste very good.
Cool. Thank you. I'll go
Not
to
a
the
problem at all.
Well, I'll go to the bazaar and check it out.
wherever
So-
he said I could bathe, that's what I'm looking for.
Well, let me know how it works out there, Willem. But I'll go to the street vendor there as well. That's where Imp's going. That's where I'll go.
Alrighty. You see a half a dozen tents, kind of in the lane there. There's just an alleyway through the tents. Several different smells hit you all at once. There's odd spices in the food that you've never smelled before. Not off-putting, but very different than what you're used to. Think like Jamaican jerk chicken kind of a smell, or African food, that kind of those kinds of spices. There's everywhere that you look seems to have some kind of a normal kind of food, but done in a different way. Like they have pumpkin, but it's cut up and mixed in with onions, and it's a savory dish where you probably have only ever seen it as a dessert. And they soups that are in big cauldrons that are bubbling over into the cooking fires, that you can see like little spots of meat boiling up into the top and back sinking back down, and vegetables that you can't quite make out what they are, but it all smells amazing. One of the merchants looks up, and it's this very dark-skinned, bearded man with a very short haircut. Looks at you and he goes, "Welcome to Fort Belwarian. This is the chutney tent. Would you like food?"
I'll be perfectly
Hey,
honest
Java,
with you.
you're on a
I
3-stream
need
streak.
to
Hey,
exchange
thank you so
services
much.
before I get food for free.
Hooray!
We got
You're
shipwrecked.
awesome,
I'm
Eddie.
not gonna
Thank
get
you
a
so
free
much.
meal,
I
you know what
appreciate
mean?
that. I hope you're having a good day.
That is fair. I do not give food for free.
Todd is doing a good job
I scoping
describing the
out who
vibe
needs
of the
help
bazaar
right now.
market. Yes.
Well, here's what you get. And then you say that Todd walks up. He goes, I understand you haven't eaten though, and here, and he kind of puts down one gold piece. He goes, give them some bread and something, some water to drink, and just give them something so they don't just keel over while they're looking for work.
I look at
And-
Todd. I'm like, all right, Todd. Okay, I got you.
I mean, you said you wouldn't take charity. I mean, what bread really isn't charity. It's what you give beggars. So I guess you can
Or
take
paladins.
that, right? Cool. I mean, water.
Uh,
Yeah.
And look into the shop owners or the cook's name. What's your name there?
My name
I am
is
Chuck. Yes.
my name is Ezek.
Isaac, I'm Chuck. Nice to meet your acquaintance.
I've not met a grung before. I've only heard of you. I heard you're a
Not
lot
Isaac.
meaner.
Isaac.
Don't be fooled by stereotypes or anything else. Everyone's their own person.
Nah, that's just fair. And as he sits back down behind his table of wares that he's selling, his food that he's selling, he has a very large hookah behind him that's about as tall as Pachuk. And he grabs the hose and he. Now, my friends, you are looking for work. You might want to talk to the captain. She's the one that usually handles any kind of bounties or searching for items that we might need here. I really wouldn't want to step on her toes. But as he exhales this pinkish smoke with green tinges around the end, it leaves his body. And you can see as he exhales, his eyes kind of glaze over for a minute. Then he comes right back. Oh, it's the only thing that helps with the heat around this place. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Jason's like,
Captain, you
"Whoa,
say?
that smoke
she
turned
she
into
is, you
really
say.
pretty colors."
Sorry, you say they get around Shisha?
I think, Captain, you say. You say she's a she. You say. I've
Captain
heard
the auto
rumors
portier.
of a lady captain that's getting quite famous on the other side. You would have to be talking about Captain Lutter, would you?
Oh, no, I've not heard of a Captain Lutter. I speak of Captain Liara Portier.
Oh,
She's
okay.
Captain Lutter, though. Have to keep an eye out. Like, it's always good to know who's who.
She's a fraud. She's the worst.
And as I take a bite of the
Death
bread,
to Lutter.
another thing I noticed there. When I was on the Sword
Try,
Coast,
Ron.
I heard rumors
No.
of a new spice that was hitting town. Has it reached here to Chult yet? I believe they call it X spice.
X-Spice. Not in Fort Belwarian. Maybe in Port Nearanzu. We might.
I've
We,
never
we-
had some, but I've heard it's like some of the best spice in the world. And everywhere I go, I keep hearing stories about it, and I want to try it. So I was just asking if you heard of it.
The ingredient or the mixture sounds quite interesting. I'm always looking for new ways to jazz up my food. I'll have to keep an eye out. If you find any, I'd gladly pay you.
He
Well,
is
see, it's an
trying.
island, so
Okay.
I'll pay you twice the cost.
Oh,
All right.
I don't have trade.
Actually, got to
in
get on
Chult.
your marketing. Ron needs to make some dough. He hands you out this bread. It's a flat bread, but the outside has this oily glaze on it with different herbs mixed in with the oil, and it smells amazing. There's a hint of garlic and onion with some kind of like a chive mixed in with it, and as he hands, he goes, I would take some mint leaf as well after you eat. Makes the breath stink, but is good.
I
Jade's
take a
gonna
suggestion. Off chance, does having some of the local cuisine trigger something in that forgotten memory?
Roll me a history check, and you got to beat me a 20.
You know,
We got plenty of
chances of
stuff I
chance, I'll
really
take it.
remember.
You could have said,
Oh.
you actually forget more.
It sparks no memory, but it is in fact delicious. You kind of like stop for like 2 seconds, like, ooh, no.
Perfect. Good.
Can't give away everything at the first 4 sessions, man.
No, we're good. We're good.
Wow.
I assume it's like
Um,
warm and fluffy.
Yeah,
I
it
like
is.
take a bite and I'm like, this might be the best bread I have ever had.
He
See if
beckons
we
you
can
in
get it to
closer.
work
Come
right.
here, dear. Come here.
And before
Oh.
anyone could stop me, I go,
Trigger fire
And
saying
as
no
you
today.
inhale, you kind of like you feel your throat close for a second, like, and you kind of choke a bit. And then you exhale very slowly as you can feel your ears like floating up to the top of your head. And then everything seems like a quarter of a second delay. Like you look to the left and your vision seems to go whoosh as you look. Look this way, whoosh. Take a bite now.
Oh.
And
how did it better? Whoa.
no, just the one, dear. You're new.
Everything is so slow. They did it. They slowed me down. Wow.
He, as you lean in closer, he notices Freya on your shoulder. Goes, "Oh, a little fairy.
I'm not a
Hello,
fairy. Do I look giant?
Oh, 1,000 pardons. What are you, dear?
I am a pixie.
I stand corrected.
You
Please
are an
forgive my
ogre.
rudeness. And
It's
I can
not
see the
nice to
resemblance.
not be called what you are. I'm a pixie.
I will forever remember that. Well, little pixie, what would you like to eat? Would you like a little piece of bread, or would you like something else?
That breath smells really weird. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
You
fair.
want to? I just hold it over to her. I'm like, you want to try it?
After what it did to you, I'm really nervous, to be honest.
It's
I saw you have.
delicious.
I'm sure, and I just kind of pet her hair.
Oh, peer pressure. Let's go.
Do you have any pumpkins?
I do. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Oh, I have some candied pumpkin that we drizzle some sap syrup from the jungle on top of.
Okay.
Quite sweet. And they're in little cubes, and he takes one cube and he puts it on a little napkin, and he hands it to you.
I grab it because it's big, and I set it
Yeah,
on
it's the
my
size
lap.
of your head. Mhm.
Yeah. And I take a piece.
I would say that for a fairy, or a pixie rather, this is exactly what your taste buds wanted. It's sweet, not too sweet, but sweet. The syrup gives it this kind of a crunchy external feel to it because it's cooked in the syrup, and then as you get inside, it's all like nice, warm, and mashed, and good mouthfeel. You love it.
So it's the size of my head. I'm gonna pick it up off my lap and then just harm. Harm.
And he does. He laughs.
I think that means she likes it.
I think so.
This is good. I like this.
Now, folks, now that you're in Fort Belwarian, at least for the evening, you should perhaps look around at the. There's a provisioner just across the way, and he points over here. And then you past the stables to the left. There's a temple to the god Helm, if you're into that kind of thing. There. And then there's the bailey, which is a bailey. For those you don't know, is basically a fort within a fort. it's wall. There's a smaller set of walls, but still walls inside of the walls of the fort. So
I'll be right
like
back. I need to get a drink.
in
I forgot it in the kitchen.
like right there. And inside there's like another it looks to be like there's still like guards out front that are brandishing very sharp looking spears. If the gate to the front is still open so you can see inside, but this looks to be where the commanding center is for the fort, and probably where you're gonna find the captain that they had mentioned as well. And then he points off to the stables. He goes, "There's the stables, but I mean, horses are basically useless. Tetherians, they brought like we have a couple of flaming fish from the land of Tethir. They brought their horses. We don't know why. You can't really ride horses through the jungle.
Yeah.
Before
But
it
Not
goes
with
any
that
further,
attitude.
after hearing the mention of another god, she's gonna turn to him and be like, "Do you guys like frown upon like the worship of like another god in here? Because I mean, if I do my practices, I don't want to, disrespect you guys. I just because I have my goddess that I believe in, so for my jungle."
no, we don't frown upon other religions. The we came with a cleric of
Clerics,
Helm,
the jungle.
so
Oh, okay. There's a cleric, you say?
there is a cleric. He's not very good. Don't tell him I said that.
Oh,
But he does do some minor healing, and he let me see, he does minor healing. He can cure some. We had one of the soldiers came back. He fell into a pit with a swarm of poisonous snakes and came back poisoned, and he was able to cure that. But anything much harder than that, he's not really adept to deal with. Um,
so something like growing an arm back would be probably outside of his wheelhouse.
he looks at both your arms. Why would you need him to grow an arm? Do you have a third arm?
No. Oh, no, not for me. How long? Oh, also, I gotta ask, how long does the effect of the smoke last?
Probably about an hour.
Okay, so I'm so no, not me. My friend here with the shield, imp. He's
Oh shit!
missing.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that didn't jump out at me at all. Puts the hookah pipe down, like, oh, enough of that.
Wave my numbers. Not supposed to.
Well, no, unfortunately, that would probably be outside of his current abilities. Um,
Would you know of
but
anywhere here that had a cleric that possibly could grow back an arm?
your best bet would be Port Nianzaru. That's where the major focal point of civilization is on the island. There's no bigger city.
Do you have a graveyard?
Um,
Because we could get a dead one and just pin it for now, and nobody would be able to see.
Right.
I mean, that
Or we
would
can get a
last.
sewing kit.
Do you think that would last only for a finite amount of time until nature took its course? And
Well, could I get some of that mint that you were dealing with the smell, and we could just cover it up, and nobody would ever know that he doesn't have an arm?
Just like Mose and Raph.
Yeah.
there is a graveyard. It's on the road in between here and the where is it? The Belwarian landing where the pier is, where we get our trade and goods from. Everything that comes to this part of Chult comes through that landing and into the fort, and we distribute it out to the soldiers in Port Nianzaru, and then the graveyard's just about a quarter mile or so off the main beaten path. I would counsel you to not stray from the path or even walk the path alone. We've been having a lot of undead show up recently, and their numbers can vary.
Undead.
Perfect. An undead arm. Then we can stick that on there, and then it'll move still, because not dead, right? And then it'll be perfect.
I mean, you
I love
got a
the way you
solid
think.
point. Yeah, that's actually pretty
Now I'm thinking of idle hands,
smart.
Mandy.
Don't we need to still find the way to the place that we were going to? Right? So we thought we were heading in the right direction. Speaking of that, how do we get to this port?
Oh, Port Nyanzaru is
Yes.
that would be from here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days travel
Goodness.
Oh
south.
God, there was a fucking pier.
Oh, we were going the wrong direction. Oh goodness. And I'm just gonna like sink into my bed and be like, fuck.
Who chose north?
The 3-day journey instead of the 13-day journey. Yeah, we were starving and left for dead.
Technically, you were halfway between the two.
Didn't we make it based on like dangerous monsters or something?
I don't know. I don't know what your decision
Something
making
like that.
process was. But and as you say that, Ezek looks at the 4 or 5 of you, and well, needless to say, you're here at Fort Belwarian. It's safe, just as well, not as safe as Port Nyanzaru, but I mean, you are surrounded by soldiers, so I mean, no better place to be, at least by my countenance.
Awesome.
And now
We
we
can
have
handle
a pixie
ourselves
to
pretty
help
well.
too.
What was that?
I said, plus now we have a pixie.
And now you have a pixie. What'd you say, Lex?
I said, we can handle ourselves pretty well as I'm chomping on the bread, just in my own world. Like,
One of the other guards comes over and he says, if you would wish to speak to the captain, she is in a council right now with her the rest of the leadership of the Flaming Fist that are here on contingent. I can see if she'll have time to see you tonight, but most likely won't be until the morning.
If we can just like sit and listen and wait until she's done, then maybe I'll take my chance.
I mean, we could definitely. There's also extra beds in the barracks if you need a free place to crash for the evening. We well, their owners are no longer needing of those beds anymore. They have their own eternal beds at this moment.
Understood.
Oh.
We should get one of their
worry.
arms. That's what we need. We need one of their arms.
we can't just take one of their people's arms.
They just gave away their beds.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing as an arm.
Look, Imp is our shiny guy in armor. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. He's got
Yeah.
it. He's gonna be our talking guy right now. Okay. And I kind of like flutter over him, like fix his hair, like this isn't gonna work. Smile.
I tried different smiles and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, we have to clean up a little bit. I'm a mess. I feel a mess.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is our best play. We got to polish up to talk to the captain for sure.
The rugged shipwrecked look was hot maybe 2 days ago, not now.
Yeah. So maybe clean
Getting
up,
kinda old.
get some rest, and then I don't know, like him just having his tarantanas and a breastplate might not be the best plan. You know, people might not take him seriously right now. I'm just saying. I take him super seriously because he's very large and scary. But I'm just saying other people his size might not take him very seriously unless he's in his full armor. And the arm. I can work with the arm. I got that taken care of. Don't worry. Tomorrow, you'll have an arm.
Freya.
God.
Oh no.
Let's go. I just give her a big smile. I'm like, I fucking love you.
I know.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna go back to my bread.
So, at this point, it's nightfall. You see several of the soldiers like putting on this ointment all over their skin, and Ezek pulls out this. It looks like a can of pomade,
It's Todd.
and Todd is definitely putting on his skin. You see him over by the stables, but there's a pasture next to the stables. If you can see that, him and 3 of the soldiers are sitting there talking, and they all like, as the sun goes down, they just subconsciously just unscrew this can. It's about yay big, and they just take out some of this ointment and just start applying it to their skin.
What are they putting on? There's
Oh, bug repellent.
yeah. But bug repellent.
You don't want to get bitten by the mosquitoes. They get the blue mist fever out here. And it's very bad. Very bad.
They lose
Where do
arms. I'm just trying to break people into the idea.
afford to
As you
lose
watch-
any more arms.
No, one's enough.
Is there any
Two's a
place
pair.
we could get said bug repellent? I mean, Pachuk probably doesn't want the bug repellent because he'll probably just eat the bugs. But we in fact do probably need bug repellent.
The provisioner sells the bug repellent. I believe you might be able to catch him before he fully closes. No, he's closed. Let me see if I have. I can. He pulls out a can from his pocket. Same can. Because I could sell you this. It's normally 1 gold.
Would bring
He
me
charges
down to
3.
help me leather up. Of course.
I will charge
Of
you 1 gold.
course.
Do you have 1 gold?
Pocket and go. Yeah, we were kind of robbed by pirates on the way in here, and then we almost drowned
Wait,
by a
my
dragon
friend.
turtle.
Wait. You are not just visiting. You are shipwrecked.
Yeah,
And you
we lost
walk through
everything.
the jungle with nothing but what I see
Yeah.
in front of me.
Yes,
And you are here alive?
yes.
I'll tell you what. You tell me the story for... And he picks up his hookah tube again. And
Stories, yes.
you tell me the story of your adventure to get here. And I will give you the insect repellent as payment.
Yeah, too. And I go over and I like sit down with him. And we're all like crisscross. And I sit and I'm like, well,
You're
do you want
muted,
me to
Ron.
start with my whole journey
I'm sorry.
or just our journey to Chult? That's a big question.
I want action.
Before she
I
gets
want
started-
adventure. Mhm.
Before she gets started on her journey, to help her tell a better story, and so more importantly, the audience gets a more exciting and enthusiastic about the story, so that they're happier. I'm going to cast guidance on Jade
Alrighty.
performance.
No, Media, I want action. I want adventure. I want to hear about these pirates.
Okay, so
Amaze me.
we first started on this boat, and we all met up at a tavern before we came to Chult because we all needed to come here. And on this boat, we were all being like, when we went to bed at night, there was like these magical ants that were appearing, and they were like forming into this person that was like biting us and poisoning us. And some imp got sick, and we had to help him. And we thought it was the captain, but this thing was just framing the captain. And we were investigating everything, and we were trying to keep everyone safe. But it was really weird because every time we chased the ants, they would just vanish, like anywhere. Like we would go through the floorboards, and then they would just be gone. Well, then we kind of handle that, kind of not, because we can't figure out what's going on. Then we find out on this journey we were supposed to bring a tribute for a dragon turtle that we had no idea about. So we were trying to scramble. Yeah, we didn't. No one told us. No one told the ship's captain or anything that we needed to bring tribute for a dragon turtle when coming to Chult. We were so ill-informed. And so we were all scrambling, trying to figure out how to bring tribute when we were attacked by pirates. Well, I shouldn't
Where's
say
that Markle Spanny person?
We
I need
weren't
to give her a
technically
piece of my mind. Hold on.
I accidentally
Let's see if she
hit
made
them. Okay, so they came aboard our ship and they were like, give us everything you have. And I didn't want to do that.
Oh,
because
she's
we
here.
didn't really have much. And so I took my staff and I hit him across the face. And then he started transforming
Also,
into
thank you,
some
Ribbon.
were
Hi.
form. And yeah, no, it was terrifying, absolutely terrifying. So we decided to not die, and we gave up our gold. But our fairy wizard Shorsha, who's not here at the moment, sometimes she just poops into pink smoke and goes away and comes back. It's I don't know, it's a wizard thing. So she was up in this tower trying to negotiate
for
it, and I
Mandy,
think was
you
able to keep
would
the
have been
gold because she
removed.
was so clever.
Fair.
They liked how clever,
I love you,
clever she
bitch.
was. But yeah, I almost died because I hit the
Never.
bear beast and the
Bitch.
pirate in the face. And then we didn't have tribute for the dragon turtle. So when we get there, we're talking to him, we're trying to get through it, but he's like, nope, you have to have tribute. We don't have tribute. So he starts swimming in a circle.
Building the things
and make it a
and
whirlpool.
the stuff.
And so our
What
ship is being
building?
pulled around in this
Exciting.
whirlpool. We're trying to communicate with this guy.
For
To be like,
mañana?
hey, like we didn't know. He doesn't care.
See?
So we're all jumping ship. We're getting off, trying to clear everyone to make sure that we can survive and get out of this whirlpool. And then,
Maybe.
so we
Love.
finally go and we get the captain to come with us, and we're in this whirlpool trying to swim our way out. And it's so, the current is so strong, and we also have the dragon turtle coming after us to eat us. And then he decides he doesn't want to fight, and he just basically lets the whirlpool kill us. He's like, yeah, you guys will die anyways. And then, out of nowhere, this random lobster, weird-looking creature thingy started coming up and killing us.
Nagani. Mm.
Oh, you know what? We couldn't figure out what it was, and it started killing and knocking out our people. And I was just watching my friends one by one sink into this whirlpool, and it was absolutely terrifying.
At this
And
point,
finally, it took me.
I'm going to fly over onto his shoulder and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is the first time I'm hearing it too. I was born like yesterday, so keep going."
This is a harrowing tale.
It is. It is. And there were lobster things. This is crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
As you were,
Donnie
I
was
want to
scary.
hear the rest.
Yeah.
I'm crisscross applesauce on his shoulder. Yes.
He's
Tell
like
And then,
eating pumpkin pieces and like.
and then as I really think we're gonna die. I'm struggling to stay above water. I get sucked under, and the next thing I know, I'm blacking out, and then we're waking up on the sands, coughing up water, and I'm making
you
sure
lived.
everyone's alive. We survived. I
Oh, Anna.
seriously have no idea how. It's some miracle. I thank my goddess for it every day. But we survived, and there was healing potions with the dragon turtle symbol. So I think it was him kind of being like, haha, sorry, my bad, but also not my bad. I don't know. But before we woke up, we also saw this really creepy hag that had vials of what we think was our blood.
A hag?
So that's going to be a fun addition to whatever our journey's going to be. But yeah, that's how we basically ended up here. Oh, we also had to fight a vine creature. I don't remember what the name of it was again on the way in here. It's
Lean
been a
over.
lot. Being
Shambling
inside a big wall
mound.
is actually kind of
Oh,
nice.
it's Shambling Mound, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
That
kind of
sounds
actually
really
nice
Shambling Mound.
really nice to be inside walls for the night.
That is definitely worth the bug repellent.
That was a terrible story. This is the worst story I've ever heard in my life.
What? This amazing story.
It was
There
the
was
worst
a dragon.
story ever. Because you know what the best part of the story was? I was born. And she left that out.
Homesick one
That's
night, and I
fair.
was thinking
How-
about my home, and then it just
Here it is.
And so I was really homesick, and I was really thinking about home, and then I felt this deep connection.
I'm a
in
deep
my
connection.
heart with my magic,
Oh, yeah.
and she just poof right there.
was
When I needed her, she just came in, and I was like, oh, hello. Yeah,
And that was
that's
you.
how I met her.
Yeah, okay. The story's a lot better now. I almost thought you forgot the most important part.
I
You
can
wouldn't do
never
that.
forget you, Freya. I was just telling you all the parts of the story that you didn't know yet either.
Well, it was quite the story. The
Okay,
hag,
so I'm
that
back once
sounds-
again. Yes.
What do you know about hags?
I'm glad you're back.
Not really much. Where I was raised, we just kind of dealt with what was happening in our little area. I'm currently still learning about the world. But
The
my friends
Swede
may
ain't
know a
gonna
little
smoke
bit more.
himself.
I know
Fair.
all of my friends a lot more well studied than I am. I'm trying.
He looks over to you, Willem, and he gets to your midsection. Just, and what do you know about hags, big
Lex
man?
and Mandy are beautiful. Mwah!
Hags?
Thank you,
Well,
babe. Also, hi.
What variant? We got the
Happy
night
Monday.
hag. We got the water hag. Is there a
Thank you for
specific
shouting
one?
out,
Oh,
Musi.
the ones that we have encountered.
Yes, the one you
Happy
encountered.
Monday.
I don't
Right.
think that
Hope
it
it was
matters much
brilliant.
the other ones unless you run into those two, which I would recommend not.
Well, I was quite unsure of what specific hag she may have been of, but very nasty creature. I reckon.
They're just
quite
people.
rude and very deceptive.
She took your blood, you said?
Yeah, she bit us in the middle of the night.
Mm.
There was
It was
some
meant.
of that
But one shot
going
tomorrow.
on,
Yes,
and
will be brilliant.
I don't want to
There's a
assume
big
too much,
kind of
but
surprise, kind of a big
she
deal
did
for one
kind of
shot, manana.
walk
Fair
away
warning.
with something of ours, I believe, and it did look to be of some sort of
Ooh, I'm
reddish
excited,
liquid,
yes.
similar to what you would find inside many of our bodies.
I'm stoked for Wizard
I
Bingo
don't-
Night.
Must
Yes.
have meant a great deal to her to sneak off with it without asking any consent or permission. But
His
if
brow.
if it were me, I'd prefer not to have a running with that individual again.
I think you're going to have to. She has your blood. And knowing what I know about hags, which is not much more than you, but they are very evil, no offense, fey creatures.
What?
They are. They're from the Feywild.
I'm not saying that. That is a common misconception of the Feywild, and I really feel like we need to, change our thinking.
I'm sure he's not, referring to the entirety of your, realm as a whole. Just, certain creatures and individuals that do originate from where you're from.
Fair. There are some people that are assholes. I guess that's fine. I guess it's fine. I'll accept
Yes,
it.
little Freya. I did not mean
Little
that
Freya. I'm
you-
quite large for my kind.
Would you like another piece of pumpkin?
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, don't talk about her size.
Ow.
Don't talk about her. I'm all ixnay on the
Easily
size,
distracted.
Ixnay.
Does Lex have inspo? Everybody has inspiration
Well,
right now.
friends, that's quite the tale. Here,
There's a
and then
Wizard
he
Bingo
gives
Night.
you-
Remember,
Jade. He gives
Fireball
you the
solves
salve.
everything. Yes, when in doubt.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay,
About
thank
how
you, ma'am.
long
Not a
will
problem.
This last us here?
There's about 20 uses per can.
I'm a tiny pixie now.
and one application usually.
The only
works for a
person I
day,
would pixie
24
for
hours.
is Lex.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Also, important to note, this is something that we just figured out. They mixed beeswax in with the salve, and now it is waterproof, so it doesn't come
Ooh.
off in the rain or with sweat.
A tiny
Heck
pixie.
yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Where is my pixie picture? Hold on.
Okay, prison shower, then salve.
And
Or
then
salve.
bed.
Mhm.
Where
Or captain,
is?
or bed. One or the other.
Captain in the morning.
Right.
I mean, I would rather talk to them
Here
rested
is
instead of
here
grumpy.
is Pixie.
I can use healing abilities.
She's very
or
cute,
like remove
very
disease
small.
now. Do some good, sleep, get it back in the morning. So I'm going
And
to
she's kind of just slightly. I'm a pain in the ass.
You would
With
roll me a perception check. See if you can find anyone who's looks to be suffering from disease.
rather than
you
okay,
don't-
Captain's busy.
Yeah, you don't know that.
Pixie looking
anyone here,
mighty
so they're not gonna
fine.
talk to you, and that's
She's-
that's a
She's a little.
nat 20.
She's fey as fuck. Fair warning.
Yeah. So, what is everybody else doing while Imp is doing this? It's gonna take you about an hour, Imp, to just walk around the fort looking at random passersby.
go with him and cast an additional good berry and see if I see anyone that looks, I don't know, hungry or whatever, or needs a little bit of a pick me up, and I'll go with him. Imp just like silently behind.
Mhm.
When she goes to do that, I'm going to leave and go. Can I go? Is that okay?
Go explore. I wouldn't go too far because we don't want to.
Don't worry.
anything to happen, but
Operation
yeah.
Arm Quest is on its way. Don't worry.
Don't.
And I fly away.
Okay, just.
Operation what?
Oh goodness. I'm a little
Okay.
worried.
I'm gonna play DVD.
Oh,
Gotta start the
sure,
grind. Go ahead. Good
fine.
luck. Best wishes.
Anyway, I'm looking for a tub, water, and soap.
You would find water and a basin in the barracks, and you have enough. There's no tub.
That'll have to do.
And they're communal, so have fun with that.
I won't, but nonetheless.
Takes a man to shower without the man. I'm just telling you. So you totter off to go and find the barracks, which will put you in the barracks
Mhm.
over there. Jade is with Imp. Freya is off doing fuck all. We don't know.
May or may
And
not come back with an arm.
Okay, midnight. Let's go.
you could have just said may or may not come back.
No, she'll come back.
I mean, eventually.
I'm a
Maybe
homing
Maybe you make
pigeon.
another one that's not so chaotic.
I like her just how she is.
Armed and ready.
Just a jest.
So excuse me. Imp, as you walk around, like although your memory is a little shattered, you fit right in with the Flaming Fist mercenaries. It's soldier talk, man. I mean, it's all about battles you've won and how much you drank last night, and just trying to make the best out of this bullshit regiment that they have been assigned to. Some of them you hear like talking. They feel like some of them feel like they were being punished for, we're sending you to Chult, like Siberia or something.
Got it.
Overall, though, the morale's decent. You get to one of the guards that no one else seems to talk to. He's this let me think here, an elf that
Hey, Mandy, is Freya
smaller than a lot
buttered
of the
and
other ones.
brilliant?
He's not shorter, but
she
thinner,
is-
more slight.
She's different.
She's
very
you can tell like
vain.
there's a pallor to him. His face is completely white.
She's and
you can see like he has like a cold sweat.
She's dark.
And he's standing guard, and the spear he's holding that is the butt of it is on the ground. He's literally using it to hold himself up. And oh, fuck.
She's
Corey,
caramelizing
take
chaos.
me now.
Yes.
I'm ready to go.
Oh no, this one gets to fight. This one gets to live on.
Greased in greatness. Yes.
Should I just target myself or just click the buttons to roll for lay on hands?
Just click the buttons to roll for lay on hands and tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I want to go up to him, like, because he looks like he's passing out, right?
Yeah, he's about half there.
Okay, so I'm not gonna like make a big show of it because I don't want him like come half to and swing at me. So like
Sure.
gently place my hand on his shoulder and work the magic.
Mm-hmm. It was, you're new. What can I do for you?
Yeah, give it just breathe. Just breathe.
I'm breathing.
Okay, keep on it. Don't talk.
Marinated in mayhem.
Just wait. I'm gonna be a good doctor. Not field medic, field medic.
They break you more.
Right. There it is. Button.
And as you use your lay on hands, like it's almost instantaneous, the shock that you see in his system. Instantly, like his cheeks become a little bit more ruddy. Not much. I mean, he's an elf after all. They're fair-skinned. You see, like he stands up a little straighter, and he kind of picks up his spear, and he's, I don't know what you did, but thank you very much for whatever it was.
He goes, you were ready to give up there. Why was that? What was going on there?
I mean, it makes
I'm
sense.
new.
It does.
And I don't know, just 3 days ago, I started feeling cold when it's hot, and couldn't stop sweating, and my hands were shaking, and it just got worse and worse. And today I felt like death warmed over. None of the nobody had any idea what was wrong with me. I think that they were hiding it.
You didn't like forget to put on your bug balm, did you?
Bug balm?
Okay, that would be it. The salve, the thing that keeps the insects from attacking you and biting you and giving you weird jungle fever.
They have that?
Oh my dude, I feel you and I have much in common. Tell you what, if you feel good, you do you, and oh, yeah, never mind. I'll stay and talk with him if he wants, but this has opened up a whole new world of hurt in my brain.
Well, do you know where I could get some?
We're new here. We just discovered some tonight when we realized everyone was putting it on themselves right at nightfall.
Yeah, they said
Remember,
it. They said it was sunscreen.
I can't quite remember where he said it was, but the food merchant, what was his name? Eric?
Isaac.
Isaac?
Mm.
Isaac, he pointed us in the right direction, so maybe tomorrow you can ask him. He'll be able to point you to the one who sells them.
Oh, I will do that most definitely. Thank you so much.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
hand
has
him
to
a
be
good
the
berry.
worst hazing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, he takes the good berry and goes, "Well, thank you."
Satisfy you with food for a while and help any last minute healing you need.
Oh, that's delicious. Oh, amazing. Thank you too so much. Um, my name is Goldier, and I'm like I said, I'm new here, and I don't have much pull. But if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. I owe you guys big time for this. That I'm sure that disease would have killed me eventually.
Well, you're our only friend we got here. Well, no, Todd likes us, but we're just glad that we have some
Todd.
allies on the inside since we're new as well. So good to meet you. I introduced myself, Impious, Jade.
And he gives you both like a very like polite handshake.
I pull him
As
in
he,
for a hug.
well, yep, you're a hugger. Okay. And he just
Oh, sorry, it's not
pats.
everyone's custom. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry. Sorry. Sometimes I get excited when I meet new people.
Oh, that's fair, and I'll I'll take the hug. Thank you. Um, it's a pleasure to meet both of you, Impious and Jade.
Yes.
I owe you two a big favor. If there's anything that I can do, if you need, I don't look like much, but I'm actually a fairly decent fighter. Um, in a pinch, if you need an extra hand, I would be more than happy. And if there's anything I can try to get for you, I'll do my best. Obviously, um, can I pay you for your assistance? I mean, I feel like I should do
Oh,
something.
No.
Well, now that you
oh,
mention
oh,
it,
oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, sorry, hold on.
I'm like,
Yep.
shit, things got real.
I
I'm being like,
roll
didn't say anything
initiative.
bad.
honestly, I need to go to sleep and just rest, but I was looking for an opportunity to use some of like what I'm skilled in. You're skilled in fighting, I'm good in healing, and it just
Obviously.
seemed a waste not to try to do some good tonight. You know what I mean?
Thank you very
Hey,
much.
Blazin,
You
thank you for
definitely.
the raid,
I mean, I
hon.
don't. It's not like the most groundbreaking thing
Thank
you
you,
could
Graham.
do,
You beat
healing
me
just
to it. Well
plain old
done.
foot soldier, but I
Good evening.
appreciate it.
How are you? How was your stream?
You're
And
very
I,
welcome, my new friend.
I hope you
He's
have a
better
good
at the
one.
whole.
Mm.
He's better at the whole healing thing than I am, but
You
I
know,
help where we can.
the berry though. I mean, I
The
haven't eaten yet today. I
berry.
couldn't eat earlier, so that helped. Don't sell yourself short.
Well,
Thank
thanks.
you,
How goes the
and
stream?
good
It goes
night.
well.
Pleasant,
We're
pleasant rests, I suppose.
in
Um,
Chult in
I might if I
I'll
see you
sleep
around.
better knowing that we are
a
under
hold.
safe watch tonight.
Oh, the safest you can get in this part of Chult, and especially now that I can actually do something if shit goes off.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Be basically just walking to my death at that point.
I
Well,
But
good
I'm gonna
night.
throw
wouldn't
off.
want that.
I'm gonna go find some bare open spot to sleep in.
Hmm. You guys make your way to the barracks, feeling good that you've done your good deed for the day, and as you pass, you can see like these clay jars filled with fresh water that you can just drink at your leisure. So you can definitely get your 2 gallons for the day throughout between what you had earlier and now. The food in your belly isn't much, but it's enough to tide you over. And you two go off to join Willem in the barracks, um, who is clean but doesn't look like he's feeling very refreshed, unfortunately. Chuck, what are you doing?
Was I there part of their conversation?
If you were following them around, yeah, you were there.
Uh,
So you'd be
you
back
said you'd
in.
lend Imp. You said you would lend Imp a hand, huh? He could use a hand right now.
Lol.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd give him the shirt off my back.
No, anyways, I go ahead, take him for the meal, and I walk over to the bazaar, find out that, and see that it's closed. So then I'll end up back in the barracks.
Okay.
And you mentioned, and I noticed that the jars of water. How big are these jars?
They're probably be about 35-gallon jars. Like not
Oh, so they're
1 gallon
large.
jars, 35 gallons.
Okay.
They all have
Right.
like a ladle next to them that you can just either take up and drink or fill up with water skin.
All right, I'm gonna go to
Are
sleep.
you gonna are you gonna poison the potable water?
No, but I'll wake up 1 hour before everybody else and jump in it, and then when I get out of it, I'll accidentally tip it over and spill it.
I hope I don't
Amazing.
see this.
So you guys find the empty beds that he was talking about. Imp, I feel like you would just crash on the floor leaning up against the wall. You're a soldier. You just basically, okay guys, good night.
Yep.
You know, if you've ever seen anybody in the military, that's pretty much what they're able to do.
I'm gonna look at everyone before going to sleep. Do we think we need to keep watch tonight, or do you think we'll be okay with the soldiers here? I don't know. I guess you never know with people. I think we're okay. It's pretty safe here.
I feel rather safe. It's leaps, more secure than the past couple of nights, so I will take advantage.
As you guys talk, you hear a bell peal 3 times. Bong, bong, bong. And you hear from the walls outside of the barracks. All right, boys, change of shift coming up. 10 minutes left. And you see a couple of guards get out of their beds, get their armor on, and grab their weapons, and rub the sleep from their eyes as they walk out of the barracks and relieve the duty on the watch on the wall.
Thank you, Dish. How are you?
And there looks to be, as you see 6 soldiers walk out and then 6 walk back in about 10-15 minutes later, and they shuck their armor and basically pull a sponge bath and munch on a ration and get into bed and crash out. You feel you're pretty safe. So while you sleep, Freya,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, I would like to go over to the garden.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look for any herbs, anything that looks like any kind of medicinal herbs.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
I don't want to take like all of them. I just would like a little bit of them, if I could.
Okay. So you find some feverfew and some chamomile. There's ginger and echinacea. There's a small herb garden there. You can find various a good bunch of everything that you would want. Unless it's something like super weird, like I don't know, something not natural.
No, so I'm gonna take some of those. Is there any aloe?
You would find. Roll me a d20. I would say that you would find some. It's very sickly, but it's a dried aloe plant, very small. It's dying, but still alive.
Can I investigate why it's dying?
Oh yeah, roll me a nature check.
Like I'm gonna be looking to see if maybe it was too watered or.
You're doing it, Nick.
Yeah, it's definitely oversaturated. The climate of the jungle is really not fit for aloe,
Mhm.
so it's too wet.
And can I use my multi-purpose tool to go towards whatever it's being held in and add more drainage for it?
Yeah, it's just in the ground.
Oh, okay. So I'm
There would
gonna.
be some basic planting and gardening supplies that are like in the corner of the garden if you need.
I'm gonna go gather small rocks and help it that way. So it'll help to keep it off.
Okay.
So just try to help it at least so that it'll grow better for them.
Okay.
Even though
I
I'm
would say
taking
with that
some.
nature check, you can definitely do that and not kill the plant.
Cool. So some aloe and then what kind of vegetables would I find? You said pumpkins.
There's some cabbages. There's kale. There would be some kind of a taro root, a root vegetable of some kind, and you would see there's basic like potatoes, and they are planted in a mixture of like dirt and gravel.
Okay, I'll take some of the cabbage and some taro. Again, I'm not wanting to take any that's going to hurt them, like to lose. And if there's anything that I can help, like I'm gonna try to help their garden do as best as it can when we leave.
So you're doing like a mixture of harvesting and gardening, light harvesting, heavy gardening.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're helping us, but I figure me taking supplies, I'm not taking a bunch. You know, it's a pixie's worth, not you
Mhm.
know a ogre's
Not a
worth.
people's worth.
Yeah. So, so that's what I'm gonna do, and then when I'm done, I'm head over to where they are. I would I know where they are?
Where the party is?
Yeah, because they
Yes,
didn't
you
tell
would.
me where they were going.
It's a small fort, and it's really the only room in that corner.
Okay, then I'll head over to where they are when I'm done.
Okay. All right. Uh, roll me a perception check, please.
Yeah.
You notice as you get right about here, and you're flying away, you look behind you at the garden, and you see your pixie dust falling all over the vegetables, and they become fuller and greener. Not not so it appears magically, but like you just fertilize the fuck out of the ground.
Then I'm gonna do a pass over everything upon noticing that I have any effect on the vegetation here.
Okay. And like the kale and the cabbages, they get, about 1/4 bigger than they were originally. And the leaves become like super colored, like the chlorophyll gets like more concentrated, they get greener. The potatoes, you can see like the vines kind of coming out of the top of the gravel dirt mixture and kind of like sprouting new potatoes on top. The pumpkins the vines begin to also spread out, and you see little pumpkins sprout almost immediately from the pumpkin vines. Everything looks much better.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
And you go there.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And do you crash out for the night and well, you don't really need to sleep, so do you just do your arts and crafts, or what are you doing while you're awake?
I'm building.
You're building.
Yeah, we'll see what it is in the morning. I have a plan.
Mm-hmm. As you go into your pack to grab your tools to get your stuff out, you see a little wrapped up package of pumpkin in a little napkin tucked into your bag.
Perfect. I eat it. Ow.
Ow.
Sitting crisscross with this cube of pumpkin, like taking a bite and like whittling.
And you guys are going to go ahead and take a long rest.